Hi friends, welcome to Harmony Hills Home and Garden. I'm Jenny and we're gardening here in Baltimore, Maryland, Zone 7. Today's the day I am going to take all of these plants off the driveway and put them into the ground somewhere in this property. Come with me and let's get this plant stash empty again. This collection of plants here are the last plants that I have that need to be planted in this growing season, at least the ones that I own right now. I'm not saying I'm not buying more, I'm just saying this is all I have right now. Hellebores, 2 of them. This one on the left with the large leaves is called Blushing Bridesmaid and it's part of the Wedding Party series. And then the smaller one here is called Victoria. These are PowWow Wild Berry Echinacea and there are 4 of them. 2 of the orange Rocket Barberries, and they don't look very orange right now. They've gone to red and green, and I think that's because they've been sitting in shade for a couple of weeks. And then I have this Sugar Tip Rose of Sharon. I'm not sure where it's going yet. That's the only one I don't know where it's going. And then we have the Miss Kim Lilac. And all these plants are going to be somewhere either on this side of the front walk or on the north side of the front walk or maybe over on the side yard. I've got my planting plans that I drew up. Let's see, that was about a week and a half ago that I made these planting plans. I've got one for the south side and one for the north side. And on this plan, which by the way, I've already discovered is not any longer to scale, I drew all the plants way bigger than they really are. So I've got a lot more empty space out here than it looks like I will. Anyway, so on this plan, this blob right here is the Miss Kim Lilac, and it's going to go over here. It's scheduled to go right in front of that holly, the holly that I'm not sure is staying, but I'm going to plant today as if it is staying, and we'll see. Anyway, so the Miss Kim will go in front of that, and then the Rocket Barberry, orange Rocket Barberry, will go, hello bee, will go on this red blob right here, so sort of down in front of the peony that's over there, and behind, what is that? That's one of the azaleas. So I'm going to use this plan to roughly place things in there. And I think I'm going to have to move some plants, some of the annuals or the perennials that I have in there to make room for these shrubs. But it's my goal to get the shrubs into place and annuals and perennials can be moved. So let me get those set into place and see how they look. Okay, this lilac is supposed to go right where those black and blue salvia are, so I'm going to need to move the salvia. And then the barberry goes over, kind of over there where the Mexican petunias are, so I may need to move 1 or 2 of those too. You may have seen me plant this Leucothui a couple of videos ago. I have this one here and one over there, and then there's 2 over there as well. But I made a mistake when I planted this one here. I forgot that they want dappled sunlight, not full sun. This one's sitting here in full sun from about 11 in the morning all the way until sundown, and I think it's just going to burn up. So I am going to actually take this one out and move it over there toward the edge of the property into more deep shade. So that is job number one for this area. I think I just got a little bit ahead of myself that day when I was planting. The spacing of them is nice, but this is not the best situation for this plant, and I don't want to lose my investment. So right in here amongst all of this periwinkle or vinca minor, this gets, you know, a little bit of sun directly, but mostly it's in full shade. So I think it'll be happier here. So there's one rainbow leucothea right there and one over there. I think this is going to be much better spots for both of them. This one gets a couple of hours of full sun, but then it gets shaded by all the other plants and the tree limbs above us. So I think this one will be fine here, and that one over there is going to be much happier than it would have been out there in the full sun. This hole is super easy to dig because I just took that rose out of it a couple of days ago. Normally, it's not this easy. Okay, that was pretty easy because the hole was easy to dig. Now, as normal, I'm leaving my shrubs up above the soil level about an inch or two, and that way the roots of the shrubs will have a chance to drain some of the excess water off rather than sitting down in that clay soil and kind of being too wet down under there. So that's in. I think I now have some perennials to find spots for, but I'm going to water all three of these first. Okay, I got all the shrubs in but one, and we'll talk about that one in a minute. But now I have 4 of these PowWow Wild Berry Echinaceas to put in the ground. These are so beautiful. I love the color of this. I just love this purple color. I have it everywhere in my garden in all different sorts of plants, and I'm glad to have it in this one too. And so I have 4 of them. Now on the other side of the front walk, I've planted some white coneflowers and 2 different varieties of pink coneflowers. And over here I've got one Kismet raspberry plant. I'm gonna get some more as soon as I can find some more. And I used to have one red ombre, I forget the full name of it, but that one didn't make it. So I think I'm gonna put these 4 on this side of the bed because I already have a lot of coneflowers over there. But I'm going to split them up and I'm going to put 2 and 2. Normally I want 3 and 3, but because they form clumps and I want the coneflower color to be spread across a couple different spots in the yard, I'm totally inspired by Guiding Green Thumbs on how she puts her coneflowers throughout her sun garden. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of that as well. Oh, hello, moth. I'm going to put 2 of them over here in front of these black and blue salvias, and then I'm going to put 2 of them over here in this empty spot right on the front of the bed. By the way, the black and blue salvias that I moved so that I could put the Miss Kim Lilac in, some people say they are hardy and perennial here in Zone 7. So I've put them into a place where if they do come back next year, I'll be happy to have them there. If they don't come back next year, that's fine because I bought them thinking that they were annuals anyway. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. Here we go. one's going to get bigger than this one. This one will be small. This one will be about 2 by 2. This one will be about 1 by 1, 1.5 by 1.5, something like that. This one is, I think it's a double flower. It's got kind of rosy pink edges and pinkish white interiors of the petals. And then this has really dark plum single flowers. So I want to put them together because I think they will complement each other. And I'm going to put them over here underneath this Korean spice viburnum. This is almost all shade. I think we get about an hour of full sun in the afternoon. But other than that, this is pretty shady. Also, hellebores are good with black walnuts, and that's a black walnut tree right there. And they are deer resistant-ish, as much as anything else is. Also under here, I do have some hostas, although the deer did eat these hostas, so I don't think they eat hellebores. I have some hellebores outside the fence on the other side of the yard, and I don't think the deer have been eating them, so I guess I'll take my chances, won't I? I'm also going to spray. All right, shovel, where are you? There you are. That, my friends, was the last of my biotone. I have no more biotone, which is good. That I have no more plants. Well, I didn't get every plant planted after all. I still have this beautiful sugar tip Rose of Sharon left. And the place where this plant is going to go is not yet ready to be planted in. So that brings me to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for joining me and watching. I really appreciate your time and your interest in this channel. If you have any questions or comments, suggestions or ideas for me, please put them in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. And also go ahead and talk to each other down there too. Maybe you can answer each other's questions or give each other ideas. I will be back again with more of this front foundation refresh series. We're very nearly done, but not quite. So please stick around, and I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.